You can't please everyone. Where's your Santa Claus? You can't please everyone. You're not Jesus. You can't please everyone. You don't sell sweets or ice cream. Hi guys, how are you doing? Mkoaje? How is the year so far? Are you guys still on your 2022 goals? Anyway guys, thank you so much for being here. If you are new to this face, karibu sana. Here we love people. Here we laugh. We get entertained, we get educated, and we grow. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you stay by subscribing to this wonderful channel. If you are a returning love, thank you so much for always finding this content worth a watch and coming back here over and over and over and over again. I hope that you continue doing that. I love creating this, and I'm so glad that you're loving it too. So guys, I know we've heard a lot about the things you're not taking into 2022, and I know you're fed up. You've had it up to here with all this content. But you know what? I feel like there's one thing we are really not doing this year. We are not people pleasing. We are not kissing us for shit. Okay? We are not people pleasing. We are not going out of our way for people who wouldn't lift a finger for us. Okay? So, as the title suggests, today we are going to talk about people pleasing. Who is a people pleaser? People pleasers are known for doing whatever it takes to make other people happy. While being kind and helpful is generally a good thing, going too far to please others can leave you feeling emotionally depleted, stressed, and anxious. Majority of us will go out of our way and even betray everything we believe in and everything we've been taught, every value that we have, that we've grown up with, just to sit at the table, just to have a place at the table with those people that you are trying to please. But do you really want to be at that table? Sally? Oh, I've remembered I have a friend called Sally. Do you really want to sit there? Sis, do you really want to sit at that table? How is that table going to serve you? So much that, why do you so much want to be there? Yani, like you can't help it. You just want to go out of your way to do things for people who wouldn't do anything for you. So today I want you to stop. From today, we are not people pleasing. From today, you're not telling your manager how good they look just because you want them to be, on their right side. Na wakai vizuri. I said what I said. So people pleasing, most times there's a person who was saying that people pleasing is a trauma response. For instance, like you grew up with your needs put second or last, and so you feel like to be seen, you need to break your back for people. So most times it's a trauma response. You feel like you've grown up alone and lonely, and you've grown up with your needs zako and everything you wanted ikiekwa second ama last, so very much that you feel like having to break your back for people will give you a front row seat, will make you feel seen and will make you feel included. So people pleasing involves putting someone else's needs ahead of your own. People pleasers are highly seen as agreeable, helpful, and kind. But how kind? How kind is kind? How much do you have to do for a person so that they deem you as kind? Sorry guys, nafikia maji yangu. I've pushed my table so that I can have my ring light close to me. TMI, you didn't have to know that, but anyway. So how kind is kind? So are you there thinking, I really need to do this so that nionekane, so that they include me, so that I can be part of the cool gang? What do you have to do to be there? And do you really have to? Do you really want to be there in the first place? What makes you feel like you can't do without being in that particular position that you're trying to get to? So what are the signs that you are a people pleaser? You have a difficult time saying no. And I know I have been you have a difficult time saying no. And I know majority of us have a difficult time saying no. You just can't see yourself saying no to someone. And for me, I feel like it's a terrible way of living. Because so how many yeses are you supposed to say to people? How much do you have to break your back so that you feel like you're included or you're loved or liked or whatever? You care so much what people might think. Yeah, so most times most times you probably don't want to say no because you're scared of what they're going to think. Oh, wataanza kufikiria nimekuwa selfish, wataanza kufikiria nimekuwa na roho mbaya. You feel guilty when you tell people no. You fear that telling people no will make them think you are mean or selfish. You agree to things you don't like or things you don't want to do. So you just go with the flow like a fish. Are you a fish? Hata fish inaendanga against maji vile inaenda. Fish inaendanga against. Hey, that's why it's streamlined. So are you a fish? Unagona flow unaenda wapi? You struggle with feelings of low self-esteem. Well, see, ukiwa na when una struggle na low self-esteem, most times you very much want validation from other people. Are we to get up to there? So to get that validation, you feel like you need to always be available for those people, so that the words that come out of their mouth is akiwe ni mzuri, akiwe ni helpful, akiwe ni kind. So that comes to you as validation na ina try kukwambia who you really are. But do you really have to go an extra mile for people to realize who you are? Do you need to prove yourself, especially to people who are not even meant to serve you? Do you? So you're always telling people you're sorry even when you're not on the wrong. You are always taking blame when something is not your fault. You neglect your own needs in order to do things for others. Unachana na wewe mwenyewe, unajisahau. Ni vizuri, it's good to serve other people, but don't get to a point where now you've forgotten who you are. You've neglected yourself completely just because you pretend to agree with people even though you feel differently. Self-explanatory. So that said, how then can we stop being people pleasers? Number one, be true to yourself instead of trying to fit in. Just try avoid things be true to yourself instead of trying to fit in. Avoid doing things just so that you can look good or get approval. I was listening to someone say, the people that are meant to be for you will be for you, without you having to break your back, without you having to walk on eggshells or glass, without you having to kill a lion so that wakufind una deserve kuwa, so that they feel like no, they are your people, you know. So stop trying to do things so that you can fit in, while you are different. You are not meant to fit in, you are meant to be different. Okay, learn to say no. It's okay to say no, to put yourself first. Remind yourself that saying no is not selfish. Saying no is not selfish. Louder for the people at the back. Saying no is not selfish. And maybe we can talk about boundaries sometime later this year or this month, so that we can learn why it's important to say no. Saying no is not selfish, and saying no is okay. And it's okay to put yourself first. You're not selfish. It's okay to for once, sit back and think about you and not other people. And I remember there's a time Sam was telling me, anytime I make something nice here at home, I'm like, hey, ata by the way, ata nikienda sijui kwa nani ama nikienda home nitawafanyia. And Sam is like, babe, for once you just think about yourself. As in, why don't you just buy that thing and do it for yourself? You're ever thinking about other people. Like, you're ever thinking about other people. So, sitting back and putting yourself first, if you've never done that, it's really uncomfortable. You actually feel like you're doing the wrong thing. You feel like you're doing the wrong thing, but as a matter of fact, you're supposed to, my God, my eyebrows are a mess. You're really supposed to put yourself first. You don't have to always kwa huko wende umejieka huko wende unaosha watu miguu every time. Mary, Magdalene, wende unaosha people's feet every single time. So number 3 is you're supposed to set healthy boundaries. Boundaries are uncomfortable. Boundaries are difficult to set, especially when it comes to family members, when it comes to friends, when it comes to relationships, whatever the kind of relationship you're in. Boundaries are very uncomfortable and very difficult to communicate. But if you want to stop being a people pleaser, you need to learn how to set boundaries. So, number 1, what you can do is start by noticing what you're doing. What am I doing? And why am I doing it? Number 2, make a list of the things you're doing that is making you feel unhappy or used. Higher. Say, for example, this year you've decided you're not going to people please anymore, and you want to set boundaries. And there's this group of people that you've been really pleasing, or this person that you've really worked so hard to please. So sit down, make a list. Make a list of the things you're doing and how they're making you feel. Okay, so nilikopa Zenka, nikampatia, hajailipa, ni mimi nalipanga. Nilikosa kufanya assignment yangu, nikamfanyia ndio anipende. Make a list of those things that are making you unhappy or used. Boundaries give you the ability to say no when another person asks for help and takes advantage of your time. So, after I make your list, jiulize, am I really, as much as I am serving, and the Lord says serve. The Lord says love your neighbors, you love yourself. But as much as I'm giving all this, how is it serving me? Inaniacha aje? Inaniacha nikifeel empty? Inaniacha nikiwa niko fulfilled and filled with whatever it is that I'm supposed to feel? Am I just feeling used? Like, am I always just the one who is doing it and no one can break their back for me? You are not selfish, you are confident, and there's a difference. There's a difference between being selfish and being confident. Number 4, stop making excuses. Just say sorry, I can't do it. Do not explain. Don't go like, aki pole siezi nikakupatia, but unajua sasa hizo pesa niliko. Just say no, sitaweza. This time, I am sorry, I can't make it. This time, I am sorry, I can't host you. This time, I am sorry, I can't give you this and this. And that's it. Number 5, remember that you can't please everyone. Be authentic. You can't please everyone. Why is your Santa Claus? You can't please everyone. You're not Jesus. You can't please everyone. You don't sell sweets or ice cream. Okay? So remember that you can't please everyone. Just be authentic. Be yourself, Bana. Be yourself. Spend some time alone. It is essential for you for your physical and mental health. You get to find out what makes you happy or unhappy. Honestly, this point really resonates with me, because when I was on my journey to mental wellness and mental health, I did not realize, I was so scared to be alone, but I did not realize just how important it is to spend time with yourself. Just spend time with yourself, with your thoughts. You know, the only place you live forever is with yourself. Sindio? So you spend time with your thoughts, zikukule, zikufanye chenye zinataka, but you really get to understand what it is that's making you unhappy. Is it your job? Is it your friends? Is it the things you're doing? Is it your unhealthy habits, eating habits? Is it your unhealthy toxic nature ya kufanya whatever you do? Are you bringing yourself down because even though no one else tells you can't do it, you are there always self-sabotaging yourself? So spending time alone will really help you. Number 7 is learn to stand up for yourself. Do not sit through uncomfortable conversations or situations. Stand up for yourself and be, you know what, this is bullshit. I'm out. And I know it's difficult, as I said, setting boundaries and getting yourself out of situations that you've always sat through. You know, all the years you've been there, sitting through those uncomfortable situations, and now all of a sudden you don't want to be there anymore. It's uncomfortable, not just for the people, not just for you, but also the reaction that these people are going to give you. So learn to stand up for yourself. Whatever it takes, always stand up for yourself. If you don't feel like doing it, man, don't do it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So ask others for help. For instance, your spouse, your friend, or whoever else. Tell them to scold you every time they feel like you're doing the most. Every time you're going out of your way. Now, ask your friend for help. Not the friend that you're trying to please. Not the friend that you've been pleasing. Another friend, or a spouse, or a boyfriend, or a girlfriend. You know, like most times after I learned about people pleasing, most times I'd ask my well, you'll hear a lot about him. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'd ask Sam, my boyfriend, when it comes to friends. And every time when it comes to friends, I don't know, I feel the need to always jump in and do something, jump in and you know, I don't know. Friends, family members, even strangers I've met with, I've put myself in situations because I'm a nice person. I'm just a nice person. You know what? If you feel I'm not a nice person, and you and I have maybe guaruzanad somewhere, or you just generally feel I'm such a bad person, comment down below. Tell me, Kate, you're lying. You're a terrible person. You're a shitty person. You treat people badly. You are rude. You are an angry 30-year-old. Oh my God, I'm turning 30 this year. So if you feel like I am lying, come hapa chini useme mimi ni mbaya. And if you feel that I'm telling the truth, that honestly I am such a nice person, say it down here. Give me my flowers and I'm still alive, okay? So as I was saying, I really go out of my way. There's another time I was at home. By the way, guys, thank you so much for loving my video. The video that here, this video. Yeah, my dad is such a vibe, man. He's vibes. We are vibes. And I'm so grateful for a loving family. I digress. So, oh yeah, so I was at home with my mom. Na mi nachukia microwave yake. Naichukia. And every time I'm like, Mom, sasa hii microwave yako, so you just get a new microwave and it's like, I don't know, 6K. And then she's like, nionyesha kwenye nitatupa hii, nitaenda kutupa. And then I was like, Mom, nitakununulia microwave. I'm always like, nitakufanyia. And then I sat back and I was telling my mom, akina kuangaje. Like I throw around promises as if, but I guess I learned that from my dad. I throw around promises, sijui kama nini. And honestly, at times I feel like I'm trying to people please at times. So what I've learned to do is, when it comes especially to my circle, or people that tuko mutual, me na Sam, tunawajua, I stand back and ask him, or babe, do you think I should really do this? Do you think I'm doing too much? Do you think? And he goes like, me, I feel like you're doing too much. Imagine I feel like you're giving too much, or I feel like unajieka kwa situations zenye itakuwa ngumu sana kujitoa. So always ask someone for help. Kama ni mimi tuseme, for example, what I'm saying is, someone that sio mwenye una try ku please. Of course kama ni mimi una please alafu kuja uniulize kama unafanya too much, nitakwambia ufanye too much. It's common sense. So number 9, accept yourself. Do not lose yourself to people pleasing. Acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses. Okay? Accept yourself that you're a nice person, and most times you'd go out of your way even when people don't deserve it, and see what you can do about it. Establish boundaries, spend time with yourself to know the kind of person that you are, and ask yourself questions like, why am I doing this? Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to be here anyway? So what if I'm here? Or so what if I'm not? You know? Yeah, so number 10 is be more honest about your feelings. Yeah, and once again, difficult. It's the ghetto. It's difficult, but be more honest about your feelings to yourself or to the person you're trying not to stop pleasing. Because people pleasing is the ghetto. You're there telling your boss or your manager how good they look, and honestly you don't even like them in the first place, just because you're trying to, you're there, unaenda kwa boss wako kuchomea colleague wako just because unataka kumplease, na ati unaweza mpe information. You are trash, but you can be better. You can be better. This year we are being better for ourselves, and mostly for ourselves. Okay? So don't dwell on your past. If you want to move forward and maybe leave toxic situations, toxic relationships, or you just want to be a better person for yourself, maybe you want to live better, you want to live healthier, you want to live a more purposeful life. If the only thing you do is keep what's the word? If the only thing you're doing is blaming everything wrong that's happening with you or to you on other people, then how are you going to move on? Okay, fine, you were in a toxic relationship, or you just can't stop eating bad, you just can't stop these bad habits. So now you just can't stop those bad habits. So are you going to always blame your past? Oh, kwetu we are just like this is how we eat. Or are you actually going to do something about it and change? Higher, make yourself happy. And the last one is make yourself a priority. As I conclude, I'll say, quit swimming across oceans for people who would never jump across a paddle to be good to you. Food for thought. Yeah. So what we're not doing this year, we're not people pleasing no more. Okay? They don't know kama hii screen yangu hata ni safi. We are not people pleasing. You need to stop pleasing people and at least focus on yourself and focus on things that really serve you. Sawa sawa? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking. Asanteni sana. Until next time, goodbye.